Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduction. My name is Fitriani. Here I will present my journal with the title The Influence of Inflation on Economic Growth in Indonesia. Introduction. Inflation is an important macroeconomic indicator. The inflation rate can describe the condition of the national economy. High inflation rates are usually associated with economic conditions that are too hot. This can mean that the economy experiences demand for products that exceed its production supply capacity, so prices tend to increase. Inflation that is too high can also cause a decrease in the purchasing power of money. High inflation can also reduce the real income that investors get from the investment. In the long term, a decline in the real economy in society can provide negative impact on the economy. The monetary crisis that occurred in Indonesia in 1998 caused a quite large spike in inflation rate. This has an impact on reducing people purchasing power and decreasing Indonesia economic growth. Problem statement. The influence of inflation on Indonesia economic growth. The bad impact of inflation. What is inflation? What is economic growth? Research method. In this journal, the author used qualitative research method. Qualitative research is a series of filtering data as it is from the data collected to investigate or observe and understand a phenomenon or event. In this method, the explanation of the phenomenon will be more descriptive. The data collection technique used in this research in document analysis. So, the author will look for several documents or literature, such as a journal on the internet, to become a source of research data. Result research. Inflation. Inflation is a phenomenon where the general price level experiences a continuous increase. Economic growth. For a country, economic growth is one of the focus that must be achieved every year. There are several types of tools that can be used to measure economic growth, namely A. Gross domestic product, B. GDP per capita or per capita income, GDP, C. Earning per hour work. The effect of inflation on economic growth. Inflation and economic growth are two things that are related to each other. Keeping inflation low and stable will increase economic growth. Conclusion. Based on various analyses and observation that we have carried out, we can conclude that inflation is not always bad for a country. However, this depends on the level of inflation experienced by a country. The inflation will have a good impact on a country if inflation is at a low and stable level because it shows that the country has good economic health. With low inflation, price stability will be great. However, if inflation is too high or tends to be unstoppable, many negative impacts will arise. With high inflation, prices become unstable and increase rapidly. This can cause a decrease in people purchasing power, so that people's quality of life will decrease. Apart from that, high inflation will also hamper a country's economic growth rate. Suggestion. Based on this conclusion, the suggestion and recommendation that we can provide are that the government should be able to keep the inflation rate low and stable by considering economic growth and price stability in the country. Controlling inflation can be done with various policies, including regulating interest rate and controlling the amount of money in circulation, which is the authority of the central bank. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.